let's talk about a technological shift that's happening right now on Wall Street. And no, this isn't science fiction anymore. It's quantum computing, and believe me, it's already changing the entire game in high-stakes finance. Okay, let's get right into this. Everything kicks off with this one number, 34%. Now, you have to understand, in the world of finance, finding an edge this massive, it's practically unheard of. So what on earth does it actually represent? Well, if you ask HSBC's head of quantum technologies, he calls it nothing less than a world first. And look, this isn't just some marketing hype. It's a real, verified breakthrough, and the implications are, well, they're huge. So here's the bottom line. HSBC and IBM teamed up for a real-world trial. This wasn't a lab experiment. They took IBM's latest quantum processors and used them to predict incredibly complex bond trades. The result? Their quantum model was 34% more accurate than the absolute best classical computers they had. We're talking about a live market with real money at stake. Okay, so how is that even possible? To really get it, we need to kind of peek under the hood at the frankly bizarre physics that's powering this whole new frontier. And it all starts with the basic building block of quantum information. The secret sauce here is something called the qubit. You see, a normal computer bit is super simple. It's either a 0 or it's a 1. That's it. A qubit, though, thanks to this wild quantum principle called superposition, can be a 0, a 1, or both, all at the same time. Here's probably the best way to picture it. A classical bit is just like a light switch. It's either on or it's off. Simple. But a qubit is more like a spinning coin. Right before it lands, while it's still in the air, it's both heads and tails at the same time. And it's this ability to exist in all these states at once that lets quantum computers explore a mind-boggling number of possibilities at the same time. It's where they get their incredible power. And this is what it actually looks like. It's not just a theory. This right here is a quantum processor, the very engine of this revolution. It's inside these incredibly cold, highly controlled chambers that these qubits are doing calculations that would literally take our best supercomputers today thousands of years to even attempt. Now, all of this immense power isn't just for some academic paper. For the financial industry, this represents a new gold rush. We're talking about completely rewiring the fundamental models that drive the entire global market. So just how big is this opportunity? Well, the Boston Consulting Group projects that in the long run, quantum computing could unlock up to $67 billion in new value for financial institutions alone. And that value, it's going to come from turning almost every corner of finance upside down. We're talking about optimizing investment portfolios with more variables than there are atoms in the known universe, to spotting tiny, subtle patterns that signal fraud. Quantum computers can finally tackle problems that we've always considered, well, unsolvable. But, and this is a huge but, this incredible power comes with a dark side, a really, really dark side. We absolutely have to talk about the ticking clock that the experts are calling Q-Day. Let me just put this to you directly. What happens when a machine that's powerful enough to optimize the entire market also becomes powerful enough to break the security that holds that market together? We're talking about your bank account, your credit card, the global payment systems, all of it. The specific weapon that makes this all possible is called Shor's algorithm. You can think of it like a quantum recipe that is just ridiculously good at one very specific thing, factoring massive numbers. And unfortunately for us, that is the exact mathematical problem that almost all of our modern encryption is built on. So this sets up a direct head-on conflict. Our security today, things like RSA and ECC encryption, it's all based on a math problem that's incredibly hard for normal computers. But Shor's algorithm, running on a quantum computer, it solves that exact same problem like it's nothing. It's kind of like showing up to a knife fight with a tank. And this creates this terrifying new kind of attack, harvest now, decrypt later. What that means is that hostile groups can be stealing huge amounts of encrypted financial data right now, today, and just sitting on it, knowing that in the very near future, they'll have the quantum keys to unlock every last bit of it. So you see, this isn't a future problem. It's a problem that's happening now, with a future deadline. So the race is on. On one side, you've got the promise of billions and billions in profit. And on the other, you have an existential threat to our entire security infrastructure. So let's take a look at how the financial industry is actually responding to this double-edged sword. You can bet the big players are not just sitting around.
According to the Quantum Insider, major institutions like JP Morgan, HSBC, and Goldman Sachs are absolutely leading the charge, and they're investing heavily in both sides of this coin, harnessing the opportunities and defending against the threats.
The main solution to this massive security threat has a name. It's called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. This is basically a whole new breed of encryption. It's built on different math problems that are believed to be hard for even quantum computers to solve. It's the digital armor for the quantum age.
And there's already a roadmap for how to get there. Financial institutions are being urged to follow a pretty clear three-step process. First, you've got to identify your most critical data, the stuff that needs to stay secret for a long time. Second, you begin the very complex process of migrating over to these new PQC standards. And third, you have to create dedicated teams inside your organization just to manage this huge transition.
So all of this brings us right back to the central tension of this whole new quantum era in finance. Is this technology a golden opportunity, an existential risk, or somehow, is it both at the exact same time?
Well, according to experts like Sam Mughal, the CTO of Multiverse Computing, we are right at that breaking point. This is not a conversation about something 10 or 20 years away. The technology is starting to deliver real, tangible value right now.
And at the end of the day, it all comes down to this fundamental conflict. On one side, you have the quantum advantage, billions of dollars in new value and a whole new frontier for competitive edge. And on the other side, you have the quantum risk, the very real potential to break the cryptographic backbone of finance and create a security crisis like we've never seen before. And so that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? The quantum race is officially on, and the stakes could not possibly be higher. The question is, will we build the solutions faster than we create the problems? The entire future of finance might just depend on that answer.